Robotics as a hardware problem is solved. This video was presented at ICRA 2008. ICRA is a worldwide conference in robotics where universities and industries publish and present their research with the community. What you just saw was a personalized household robot that you saw doing everyday household tasks such as cleaning the room, opening a bottle, cutting vegetables, and basically every complicated activity that we do in our homes. You see this robot doing all of these complicated activities that we do by ourselves very effortlessly. So why don't we have a household robot like that in every home already? The story behind this video is interesting. The authors of the paper I just mentioned did this demonstration, and when they did, one of them was actually controlling this robot in the background. That's right, this robot was remote controlled. But what does this teach us? This teaches us that robotics as a hardware problem is solved. What I mean by that, we already have the necessary structural requirements that allow a robot to navigate and manipulate the environment. The reason why we don't have these robots in every household is simple. It's because these robots lack the intelligent algorithms that allow them to do these tasks autonomously. But you could pre-program the robots or use control techniques to make the robots do really complicated stuff. Most of the complicated movements like parkour and dance movements that the Boston Dynamics robots do, they are pre-programmed and based mostly on model predictive control. These robots don't have a lot of intelligent algorithms behind them. They are not really fully autonomous. And this is the next frontier in robotics. How can you make robots learn intelligent behaviors and do these complicated manipulations, navigate the environment and perform these tasks autonomously? Now, what would you do with this information? My target audience is people who have an engineering background and are willing to make a transition to robotics, computer vision, or machine learning. If you're interested in robotics, you probably are overwhelmed by the amount of content, the amount of resources that are existing online, the different subdomains in robotics that exist. You probably want to learn mechanical engineering, electronics, computer science, control systems, and every other subdomain to build robots. You probably think that you need to know all of these things to learn robotics. Well, if you want to build a robot from scratch, it is probably required that you have a foundational understanding of mechanical engineering, electronics, computer science, programming, control systems, and a few other domains. And that's fine. You can go ahead and learn those, and that would essentially be helpful in the long run. But if you're a beginner and you want to learn robotics, you must understand that the most cutting-edge research in robotics is not in mechanical engineering anymore. Of course, there's ongoing research in all of the different subdomains in robotics, and that would probably go on forever. There's of course a lot of interesting research in soft robotics, grippers, and the different types of components that are related to mechanical design or electronics. But the most cutting edge, the most revolutionary research is going on in artificial intelligence as applied to robotics. How can you make the robots learn intelligent behaviors so that they can perform these tasks autonomously in the real world, in the factories, at the workplace, in your household? So as a beginner who wants to work in robotics in some way, I'd encourage you to check out the different subdomains of artificial intelligence that can be applied to robotics and focus on that. These could be knowledge representation, task planning and scheduling. This could be computer vision, this could be natural language processing, or any subdomain of AI. So explore those subdomains and also explore mechanical design and electronics. Just so you happen to be not that interested in artificial intelligence, you could still go for mechanical side of robotics if you find that really fascinating. Ultimately, the choice of a subdomain falls at the intersection of what you find really interesting and what would have the most impact in the future. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.